Up next on the MARR Army Rock Show, we are excited to have Caesar back with us. He's from Los Angeles band Zero Theorem. It's their second appearance on the show, actually, and they've got a new single out called Swarm, which is what prompted us to get them on the show. So, Caesar, welcome back.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you having me.
Hey, it's good to talk to you again. It's been a little bit, and I'm excited to have been listening to the new tune today and learn a little bit about it. So tell me a little bit. The tune seems to still have a little bit of that kind of sci-fi vibe you guys have become known for now. Tell me a little bit more about the song, lyrically speaking.
Sure. It's the whole thing is mainly about the struggle between authenticity and kind of a blissful ignorance. And yeah, we're essentially talking about the self-indulgent and saying that, you know, you can choose to live a life of the carefree superficiality and sweep things under the rug and that kind of a thing, but it's not a legitimate kind of way forward for what I feel like is the majority of us. And so it's kind of a critique about that, but not necessarily just dwelling on how we've become more and more that way of a society, but trying to figure out a good, positive way forward.
Now, the Swarm out there right now, as I mentioned, looks like you guys worked with Kane again, didn't you? You same producers last time?
Yeah, Kane has been throughout the entire project. So he's our producer, and from song one, which was, I think, Area, which might have been the last time I talked to you, actually.
I think so, yeah, it was.
Yeah, through this one. And also some more in the background that we've been putting together, too, for the next release.
Now, for folks that don't know him, you know, he works with some monster acts, so tell us a little bit about what he brings to the process for you guys.
Sure, yeah. It's, I mean, obviously, well, first of all, personally, we're big fans of him, and we get along really well, and professionally, you could see, I mean, like you said, there's a giant hit list of a bunch of large acts and amazing tracks that he's either had a hand in at least or created, you know, by himself, and so that track record speaks for itself. For us, what he does is kind of helps us really get to the point of what we're doing, not only lyrically, but musically as well. And so it kind of brings out more of the things that we're trying to accomplish within every song. And it's gotten, the more and more we've worked together, I feel like we're really starting to kind of hit our groove too. So things are just getting better and better.
Now, I know you didn't write it for this purpose, but as I was listening to the tune today, I kept feeling like this is one of those tunes that like either a fighter or a football team or somebody might latch on to have as like their intro song. Has anybody approached you about that one yet?
Yeah, you not the first to mention something like that, but we get that a lot where people are like, why isn't this in wrestling or in a Marvel movie? Or something?
Yeah.
And it's really cool to hear that kind of responses, because of course we're fans of all that stuff, you know, all sports and wrestling and obviously sci-fi stuff and fantasy. So we would obviously love to get to sneak our way into something like that.
I think it's that sort of swarm chant that gets it. You know, you hear that swarm sort of chant-like thing going, it just gets that feel to me.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. We're hoping that live it translates too, and people enjoy it and yell it back to us. Yeah.
Now, it's part of an upcoming record, and you know, so folks that are kind of thinking, okay, Killing One out there, what can you tell us about what are you allowed, or can you tell us about upcoming release?
Sure, we have. We released in January the first part of the Killing recordings, and this next release. We're going to drop one more single beforehand, but this next release is the sequel to The Killing 2, and it'll be the last of the Killing recordings. And it's another 5 total tracks, including Swarm. So we have a couple more videos to show, and they're both animated, and we're excited about those as well. just to kind of broaden our universe. And I think you can tell. I think it really fits as far as the grouping of the Killing 1 and the Killing 2 within like some progression, and so they stand on their own very well. And it's interesting to hear them back to back when you put the entirety of the Killing recordings together, which is something we're thinking about doing as well for a physical release. So it's a good time.
Now it's loosely, I guess, I don't know if it's loosely or not a concept. I mean, you can kind of clarify that. So for folks getting ready for Killing 2, can you kind of summarize the Killing 1, kind of what the storyline of that release is, sort of?
Sure, absolutely. I think all of the Killing tracks and the theme within all of those tracks, the theme tends to be that suffering is inherent to life itself, and you try what you will, but at some point it's going to get you or hurt you or cause strife, and it's really about not wallowing, and not denying it either. And just realizing that this is part of life, and you need to, let's try to figure out ways to accept this and move forward in a better way for everybody.
Now, this might be a dumb question, but it looked like you guys kind of had a nice tour hooked up there with a great lineup. So what can you share? Do we think there's going to be a tour happening in the near future, or what's the prospects for you guys these days?
Well, it hasn't been canceled yet. Obviously, the virus is wreaking havoc with live shows across the world, but we haven't been canceled out yet, and there's all the precautions are being taken. So we're still going to plan to tour in October. It's a great lineup. It's called the Save the World Tour. I think it was named that before this stuff even happened. And it's with Fozzy, Through Fire, and Royal Bliss. So 3 really cool bands, and we're opening it up. So we really want to get out there. The question is, are we going to be able to or not? Or will it get pushed again, probably to, I would assume 2021 if it does get pushed.
Now, if that comes to a town near you, for folks listening, that's all amazing bands on that lineup. I mean, that is a rock solid tour lineup. So,
it would be a real good one to watch. So, I'm even excited just to watch the other bands as well. So, at some point it's going to happen. We just don't know when.
Yeah. So what were you guys, I've been asking, but it's just curious. Where were you in life when the whole Corona thing hit back in March? Were you guys on tour, or were you working on the record? How did it affect your band?
Yeah, we were working on music and just going to play a local show, but everything got halted. We had actually played there was a tour that was supposed to come up in February that got canceled. But that came kind of early, actually. They were on top of things regarding the virus and how it was affecting stuff. So it hit us like it hit everyone else. We did get one cool thing in where at the beginning of the year we were able to play on a metal cruise, so that was a lot of fun.
Which cruise were you on? Which one was that?
That was 70,000 tons.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah, awesome.
Very heavy crew, very heavy bands, a lot of really heavy bands, a lot of progressive bands, really cool stuff, and we had a blast. It was like our first time with that.
Very, very familiar. I have not done that one. We've done Shipwreck about 8 or 9 times now. I have not had the pleasure of that one yet, but yeah, it's awesome, man. It's the same people, and had to be great. So,
I heard good things about Shipwreck as well.
Oh, it's a blast.
So now find our way on there.
So, curious, man, how have you guys been able to stay sharp as a band? Are you able to get together and rehearse, or you distance rehearse, or you just kind of like hanging tight until things can charge up again?
Yeah, not as much as obviously you'd like to, right? So, and we live, we're all in the LA area, but it's, we're 45 or an hour here, and et cetera, but we have been playing ourselves, obviously. We've all been kind of practicing in our homes or practice spaces that are right next to us, and so that's good. It's not as if we've kind of been, completely not playing our instruments, or in my case, I could pretty much do it in the shower or the car if I need to.
Right.
So, that's always good. So, yeah, we're still, kind of playing around and practicing, but we haven't gotten together yet, and we're excited to do that soon because regardless, we need to be ready for the tour. So, we're going to start to do that, and hopefully, even if we don't tour, we're thinking of doing some form of either a live stream or recorded live show kind of deal, just so we can play for people.
Well, we're going to tell people to keep an eye on you. I want to let people know they got a new T-shirt out for the new single out there. You can pick that up on their merch store. And where's the best place for people to go? Where do you want to send people to support you guys? Buy the shirt and the music and all that. Where's the best launch pad for you guys?
Yeah, I would say definitely the website itself, which is zerotheoremband.com, because you can go there and follow us on any social thing. You can find our merch on there. You could find Spotify and Apple links and all that kind of stuff. YouTube as well. And just support us there, man. We appreciate all the responses we've gotten so far from Swarm, and we're just thankful to get any kind of love during this time.
Well, he's been Caesar, everybody, from Zero Theorem. He says it hasn't been, he still is. Caesar from Zero Theorem out of Los Angeles, California. Check out the new single, Swarm. Find them on their website and pick up some merch. And Caesar, man, welcome back to the show. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you. You too, Rocky. I appreciate it.